Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Well, I have finally collected all the proper information with regards to Dartzeel being out of business, allegedly out of business. And today, I'm going to set the record straight as to whether this company is or not out of business. I'm giving you facts, and you're going to know what they are. Welcome back to my channel. Please support the channel, subscribe, hit the like button. I posted a video about 2 days ago talking about Dartzeel being allegedly out of business. But at the end of that video, it was very clear. And I said to you, I was going to get back to you and gather all the information necessary to come back and give you the reality, the current state of Dartzeel. Now, with that out the way, I went out there and emailed him directly and asked him the following questions to get to the bottom of this situation. Now, with that said, I know he's publicly addressed this situation on his Facebook. Soon after that, I went ahead and emailed him. I am going to read to you my email to him. Hi, Hervé. I hope my email finds you well. I appreciate your openness with regards to this matter. That said, I would like to respectfully ask you a few things. Number one, have you considered the possibility of coming on my channel to make a statement? Facebook, unfortunately, is not anywhere near as big as YouTube is. Number two, when I made my video, the video you saw prior to this, it was based on what Roy Gregory stated on a specific forum. It was not based on comments by a nobody in the industry. Why would he lie or say something of such magnitude, something that can definitely harm Dartzeel? Question number three, I've also heard that the Swiss government has given you, Dartzeel, as well as other brands, a loan throughout COVID in order to stay afloat. And now it is time for all of these companies, including you, to pay back the Swiss government. And unfortunately, you're not in position at this point to pay all of that back. Number four, during your statement, you mentioned that you're going to be restructuring your business, and part of this will be a new line of affordable products for the future. How long before these products come to fruition, before they're released, before we can see them? And the last question was, you also stated that the current production of some of your models will be on demand. What does this even mean? They are not mass-produced units. So I was a little confused with that statement that he made. And the last point I made to him was, I would strongly suggest that you consider making a video about this matter. Because as you know, statements can be written by anyone. And it's not as authentic as when you have a camera to your face and you speak to the audience about whatever it is you want to talk about. It holds a lot more weight than just a general statement. So since then, he's responded to me, he's gotten back to me. And what he had to say is as follows. On my question that has to do with perhaps him coming on my channel to address the situation, he responded, well, for sure, YouTube is quite nice for this kind of communication. However, at the moment, I think it is too early. After all, I do not need to justify myself about the decisions I take, and doing this video would make me feel like I'm justifying something, or me being in some kind of weakness, which I'm not. Then he responded to my question about Roy Gregory posting this on a forum. Why would he do something like that without any kind of receipt? He said, it is sad, but yes, unfortunately, what Roy has done isn't really good for my brand. But I can assure you that at this time, my brand is perfectly alive, and my decision to stop production is not related with anything but a strategic choice. So I guess what I can deduct from this is that maybe they have indeed stopped production for the last 2 months, but it is because they are trying to create a new strategy for the brand, not because they're going out of business. This is what I'm deducting from what he's saying. So pretending that Dartzeel is out of business for several months is a lie. As you said on your video, Roy's wife is involved with CH Precision Marketing. And so I don't know if that would have something to do with that. The next point, the next question was about the Swiss government loaning him money as well as other brands. He said this is partially true. While Swiss government helped most companies during COVID, and yes, as you said, it was thousands of companies, not just our brand, the time has come to pay back. As you know, this is not such an easy thing to do, but the Swiss government has agreed for installments. So all companies can pay back on some sort of a payment plan. So I guess that is a false statement. They are not in some sort of default at the moment or unable to pay back what the Swiss government loaned Dartzeel. Okay, the next question, as far as this new affordable line of products and how soon we will be able to see them, he responded, it depends on how things go during our R&D process. It may happen during 2025. Really, we do not know at this point, but understand we're not going to produce something that has already been done. What I can tell you is that we will keep offering audio equipment in the meantime. Full customer support will be offered to our loyal customers who already own Dartzeel components. So that's a good thing for those of you who have Dartzeel components. The next question was with regards to products being produced on demand only. And what does this really mean? What he said is, it is important to know that producing a batch of Dartzeel products takes around 6 to 8 months when you start from zero. This is the time it takes to order all raw materials, mechanical parts, CNC milling, brushing, anodizing, and electronics, and then assembling everything together. So when you have to deliver within a few weeks, you have to anticipate each batch for each instrument pretty well in advance, juggling with a lot of money to prepare everything for delivering units on time to customers. In short, on demand means we will wait for a few orders before we start production. For instance, if we need to produce 50 preamplifiers, we will wait for 50 orders, and then we will publish on our website a countdown to inform customers when they can expect to receive their instrument. Now, let me say this with regards to this new strategy for them when it comes to their top elite components. This is not any different than what Magical does and many other brands do, by the way. I know for a fact that some brands wait to have a certain amount of orders before they can throw them into production and then deliver to customers. They don't just take an order in, make it, and then it goes out to the customer, right? You cannot really produce this level of components the way you would do with more affordable gear, okay? It is just different. I believe there are I think D'Agostino is the same. I think there are many other brands that have to wait for a certain amount of orders to come in before they can produce these top elite components. So they're not alone there. I will say that Hervé had asked me to remove my video, and my response to him was as follows. Lastly, and once again, respectfully, I would consider removing this video if we can get more solid proof on this matter because my audience deserves the truth. And I think because of that statement is the reason why he decided to answer all the questions that I have just highlighted. So I want to say first and foremost, thank you, Hervé, for being so transparent with us, with the audience, for also understanding what I'm trying to do here, for not getting upset because I left the video alive, because I put it out there for everyone to see, because first of all I was trying to do, as I said on the email, was to inform everyone of what could be potentially happening, which is why I said the word allegedly many times on my previous video. That said, I will say that it doesn't surprise me that Dartzeel is taking this new approach, which is to now scale down on the production of the ultra high end and create more of an on-demand type of business model when it comes to their top electronics, and dedicate new bandwidth to create newer products, more affordable, hopefully, that most mortals can afford. That would be cool to see that this is the new transition. But I will definitely have to say the following. Dartzeel, you also were guilty of being, ironically, an influencer to this entire ultra high-end, astronomically priced line of products. And so I think, in my opinion, you're starting to realize that you can't really just survive with these astronomically priced components. And so the takeaway for me is you're simply reshuffling efforts, realizing that this is not sustainable. You cannot exist just selling $259,000 amplifiers and an $80,000 line stage. I think you're realizing that you need to start investing more time and effort on the affordable audio components, because ultimately those are the ones that turn your lights on and pay employees. And now to my viewers, I know many of you want to see, unfortunately, for brands such as Dartzeel and the elite level of components that they produce to disappear, to be gone. But I will say this to you, rethink that train of thought. Here's what I mean by that. Remember, if Dartzeel and Solution and CH Precision, let's say, all disappeared, and you only had one Swiss brand of audio components, now it becomes a monopoly there because they have no direct competition in Switzerland. So they can charge whatever the hell they want. Competition is what gives us consumers quality products, hopefully at affordable prices. Remember that. That's beneficial to all of us. So you do not want to see audio brands die because it hurts all of us. I applaud Dartzeel for taking the time, and I want to thank them also for being transparent and for being transparent on their statement and, of course, responding to my email and set the record straight. I wish other brands could be as open as they are. I have a whole new level of respect for Dartzeel. They responded to everything I asked, and they made a very clean and clear, open and honest statement on their Facebook page. So there you have it. Dartzeel continues to be in business, and they should be bringing us quality components, more affordable components, which I am very excited to see in the future. Folks, I can't thank you enough for the support you've given me. I cannot thank you enough for that love, for all the great emails that I've gotten, and for all the thank you letters that I've received because of this last video that I made about Dartzeel, because I think you guys appreciated my transparency and me not hiding all of what's happening within the audio industry. The only thing I will say is, before I open my mouth, I have to do what I did here, which is to talk to the right sources and then present facts to you based on the information that I'm being given by trustworthy people. I'll talk to you soon.